living like a prince. Made the hammer go, crushing my heart to pieces. Never hold it, just leave it. Resurrect and believe it, just receive it. He could do a better job than you can make it. You can fake it, flip, twist, and mold it, but you're still holding it. And if I knew I didn't have to force my future, baby, I would have been sleeping in.
That's a little Christian.
I'm gonna mix them.
We're getting too far.
Yeah.
SCY Online.
Oh, he just
did I
stepped
just
on
step
my
on
shoes.
Crazy.
What are you doing, man?
That's how we're starting. Cool, that's how we started.
On the new asphalt too.
This whole thing is going downhill fast.
SCY Online, what is up? We are wrapping up our series called Stay Untoxic,
Got
talking
it,
about friendship, the power of our words, not being a toxic friend, forgiveness, all these things we've covered. Today I got a couple friends here with me today. I got Pastor Fredo,
What's good?
our online campus pastor. I got Skyler, an 11th grade boy that attends Palm Avenue with us. We're going to be talking about friendship while we're playing a game of horse. Fredo's probably going to lose, but let's get it started.
No, well.
Oh.
Skyler, I'll
Yep.
let you take the first shot.
Don't make me
to
do
pick
that.
the first one.
Watch him miss the first shot. I'm gonna pull one of Pastor Fredo's shots right here.
Oh,
You're gonna start back there? Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's coming off.
Oh,
Nope.
all right.
right.
We'll let Fredo pick it.
Skyler, what you meant to do is this. Oh,
Jeez. Take it nice and easy.
All right.
Nice and easy, almost missed it. You gotta shoot that now. Nice shot. Uh-oh. Oh, no!
That's what I thought!
So I'm just letting them get their confidence. This is confidence building for tomorrow's generation.
Tomorrow's generation.
Today's
wow.
leaders. Tomorrow's generation.
All right, I'm gonna let you keep warming up because that was pretty embarrassing.
I know, it's
But,
okay.
Skylar, like I said, we've been talking through, Jared talked about how to not be a toxic friend, but how to be a friend worth having.
Yeah.
Justin talked about the powers of our words.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle talked about forgiveness and the importance in our lives. So we've really been focusing on how this impacts relationships and friendships. So what I kind of want to start off our conversation is, what kind of role has friendship played in your guys' lives?
Yeah. I mean, a huge role. Just to start it off, I've been homeschooled most of my life. So relationships in general are usually a little bit harder for me just because I'm around people less. So they've just been super important in guiding me, and obviously things you're putting more effort in tend to be more important and more fulfilling as you're working more towards them. Yeah. So they've played a super huge role.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like for me, and I look back on my life, especially when I was closer to your age, I don't just have memories of events, but I do have memories of people, the friends I had, And some of those friends, those people date back to when I was really young.
Yeah.
And it kind of sparked out of just we did the same things, right? We played basketball, we drew, I was kind of a nerd, So you kind of just naturally hang out with people that have common interests. And then over the years, that kind of develops into something deeper where you're, really enjoying what you do together and hanging out a lot more. And so, yeah, I mean, it's had a profound impact on my life. It's hard for me to think of any important stage or any important moment without also thinking about the people that were in those moments, and how they shaped me, for better or for worse. I did some foolish things, some un-Jesus-like things. And, some of that was very much shaped by the kind of people I was spending time with at that time, So, yeah.
And it's true, the friends you have in your circles will often stick more than the memories you have. There's plenty of memories I have from elementary school, and I can't remember the full context of what was going on, but I remember the people that were in my life at that time.
Yeah.
And I've always been the person that always wants to be around my friends. As soon as I have a friend, I'm like, cool, that's my ride or die. We're gonna be kicking it, we're gonna go play on the swings. As an elementary school, play tetherball, play basketball.
Yeah.
And as you get older, just the importance of those relationships sticks deeper than I think we tend to realize sometimes.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
All right, let's get you this O.
All right.
Crazy.
Ain't gonna happen. You better pray. That's coming off. Get the rebound, Skyler.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait here because it's probably not going in.
That's crazy. All right, we'll go bank off this crack.
Off the crack?
Nope.
Wow, that's close.
Nope. Oh, yeah, higher.
From the side. Oh, yeah. Take that H, McKay. It's
Right?
that corner killer right there. It's coming off.
That's off.
Oh! Man.
It's me or it's still you, yeah?
Now you can
no.
No, it's you.
select your
It's
shot.
you.
Wow. This is like too many options.
It's a great description of your generation.
All right, no backboard.
Oh, that was close. All right.
First
Yes!
Get out
try. Made
of
it
here.
first try.
McKay's gonna be out fast. Oh, nicely done.
It's gonna get too competitive. I'm gonna have to edit out so much of this video.
Dang it.
Oh, man.
All right.
Scores even.
H's
Everybody has an
around.
H.
Dang, McKay, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. That's
Whoa.
an L.
I was
That's-
gonna say
saw it on the
this
release.
layout is fire.
Release ain't right.
All right. As you're deciding your next shot, I kind of touched on it last topic, but how has like friendships and relationships as a whole shaped your view of the world?
You want to take this one or?
Feel free to
All
shoot
right.
around while you're thinking of answers.
All right, I'm gonna start it with the granny shot, and then I'll go to the answer. Way too high.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
That shouldn't have gone in.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
You called Granny too, huh? I haven't taken a Granny shot in a minute. Okay.
Yeah. All right. How have friends? Wow. That's crazy. How have friendships changed or shaped my view of life?
Your view of the world, like how you
Yeah.
interact with just people in general, and yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it too deep, but
Well, for sure. Yeah. I think. I mean, growing with people, I think, can, or just has grown my like perspective. I think is the biggest thing of seeing how
That's good.
I'll see things and then saying something to a friend and they're like, oh, you didn't see this or this. And then that just like opens up, like, yeah, my view. Obviously, as a teenager in Southern California, my view of the world is pretty biased and not as developed. But yeah, just through the friendships that I've had, I think it's opened, yeah, the biggest thing would be just a perspective of how other people might see things or, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
good. I feel like as I hear that question, two things kind of came to my mind. First is friendship isn't just a religious thing, it's a human thing.
Yeah.
So like, it's not just, oh, you follow Jesus, make sure you have good friends. But like every human being everywhere has like a longing for friendship. No matter where you're at in the world, in a beautiful part of the world or a really broken part of the world, friendship is critical to just everyday life, it seems like. You know, people want to have friendships. And then, yeah, to your point, what you just said, I feel like friendships very much help expand your understanding of how life goes. You know, you zoom out a little bit, you get outside of yourself, which is really healthy, I think, for our humility. As you get to hear someone else's story, someone else's journey, what their family's like, what their interests are like, right? And so friendships have a way of rounding you out that I think is really, really special, you know, and bringing something out of you too that wasn't there, you know. So, yeah, I think of a few friends back in the day that like, if we didn't have this one person in the group, like we all would not be as funny because of like what he did. Like he just brought something out of us, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, they do that to you, you know, they expand you, they expand your understanding of life, you know? So it's crucial.
Yeah. That's good. I don't think I would go much like any farther than that. Like I'm a person that like can very easily start to make assumptions of other people from what I see on the outside. But a friendship and a relationship with that person is what opens them up to seeing them deeper and knowing them in a deeper way. Sometimes you can judge people wrongly, but then there's also just like, okay, observing this, you probably come from, we do this in Southern California, like, oh, if you're from this area, you're probably this type of person. But actually getting to know them and talk with them and interact with them gives you a different perspective that you wouldn't have because you're not from this area of the state. But it also gives you a deeper insight into them of like, maybe they do fit some of those stereotypes, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're a completely different person. So I think relationships and friendships is what allows us to see all those different perspectives and ultimately get to know people better, like at the root of it.
For sure,
That's good.
That's good. What y'all missed is Fredo missing a granny shot. So
What do I got? I gotta know.
crazy.
He's
I
got
gotta
a
know.
show like me.
It's taking forever.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
They weren't cutting tile over there. I'd be able to focus on my shot.
Yeah, we set that up.
So, right?
That was pretty nice. Clip it. All right.
Oh, he's in a rhythm now. Oh, that ball's gone. Here, shoot it down. There we go.
That's crazy.
That's the Skyler we all know and love right
Is that
there.
an HO?
I should have done
Let me
it.
give you this. This is deep work.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's nasty. He was a little further back, but go ahead.
No, it wasn't.
Thank the Lord you're after him.
What are you talking
You
while
might have
I'm
fixed the
shooting?
backboard with that. Sorry.
Get out of here.
Ooh, that felt good too. Oh yeah, they got a nice elbow jumper right there. That's nice.
Very
Oh,
nice,
good
very
touch.
nice.
Nice touch.
Oh my
man.
goodness.
HOR. So we've seen the personal friendship relationship impact, how it makes us impact, or how like it impacts our view of the world. How has a relationship with, or how has relationships affected your view of Christianity and faith?
Man, yeah, I mean, it's hard not to think about friends who brought me to faith, right? So I can't even imagine Christianity apart from people
Right.
who have shared Jesus with me, from one of my best friends that I've known for most of my life to Ashley, who's now my wife, was a Christian before I was. So like, yeah, I'm not a Christian apart from friendships and relationships. But then Christianity as a religion is much more than just like, okay, I believe in God and I believe God did A, B, and C.
Yeah.
But it's a relational invitation to come and know a personal God.
Yeah.
And so inherent to Christianity is friendship. And then if you rewind past that, like God himself is friendship. Like he exists in a relationship, It's in his own nature. And so when you think about Father, Son, and Spirit, you realize that like the creator of the world is a relational God, which means like everything is ultimately rooted in that, And so, yeah, it's hard for me not to talk about Christianity in a way that doesn't encapsulate this idea that we are friends. Like,
Yeah.
and you follow Jesus not on your own, but in the context of other friendships,
Right.
So,
For
Right.
sure, yeah.
But yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think,
and I'd
Skyler?
even add to that just the idea of like if friendships are gonna grow us or just be important, that even stresses more in Christianity the importance of friendships. Like if we're growing around or modeling ourselves like who we're around or taking pieces of people, like you said with a friend that was funny, then that's just even more important to have healthy friendships around Christianity just to encourage us and grow together. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah. I think those are both great thoughts. Like the thing that was sitting with me as I was like trying to piece together this message or idea is like, I've experienced friendships and relationships that have hurt me in life, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And so when it comes to how I view a relationship with Christ and who I've known Christ to be, I've started to get a picture of, one, what a perfect friendship looks like, someone that cares for you and loves for you and wants to know you on a deep level. And then on the flip side, where I've experienced hurt, that relationship with Christ has allowed that hurt, or has allowed me to release that hurt and to be healed from that and not carry the same frustration from that. Because it hurts when you get hurt by a friend. Like it's someone close to you that you bring in, they're not family, so there's like a different layer to that relationship.
Yeah.
But knowing that we have this perfect friendship and relationship with Christ allows us to heal from the stuff that we've experienced here. And ultimately model that to other people. You know what I mean? Like I can be a forgiving friend to someone because Jesus has forgiven me in that same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I feel like, the Proverbs talk about, they say like a friend who can find. Like it's hard to find friends, And when you talk about being hurt or losing friends, I think that's so true. Like anyone, even your age, I would imagine, you've already had different chapters in your life where like you have lost people for whatever reason. It could have been because you're trying to be faithful to Jesus that you don't get to have some of the other friendships that maybe you once had. And so, there is something important about like faith as it kind of roots us in the ups and downs of like navigating friendship in seasons where you feel like you got great people in your life. And in times when like, you've been hurt by someone left for whatever reason, I think that's so critical. And then the other fact of like, when you don't feel like being a Christian, you have people who will kick you down the road. Like they'll help you, So like I have a better view of Jesus because I have very different people in my life, who are my friends. And so sure, we got a lot of common interests, but we have a ton of differences, but we share a common desire to follow him. And so when I'm at my worst, sometimes they're at their best. And like, that's helpful for me. I need that kind of friend. So
definitely. Yeah. That's good stuff, man. Somebody's preaching here
today. All right.
today.
Yeah. You know what?
All right. You got an HO. You're HOR on HOR?
Yep.
Is your shot?
I'm an HO, yeah.
Shoulder's about to go out pretty soon.
Nah, it's just Oh, come on, man. There you go, Skyler.
Oi!
Oi! Offhand shot. This is about to look so silly.
I was going with the lefty.
Nope.
Wow. Let's see this again from the other side.
Oh! That's
terrible.
okay. I felt that breeze. I'll give you
Ter-
that one.
There you go.
I'm not gonna need it. Never mind.
Hey!
That's crazy.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Skyler.
Yeah.
Oi!
Oh, it looks so good.
Let me just find a rhythm.
I got an S.
Come on.
Wow.
Let's go.
Come on.
That's not
Fredo,
not
do you
fair.
remember the first time we played basketball together?
Kinda. No, it was before. We hooped like on a Monday night. I think at the Harvest, at the
come
Harvest
on.
Gym.
Oh, I was gonna say, please don't make
You
that.
almost had that bounce. What you got? He's on life support. Get this man some oxygen.
As am I.
Hey, I need you to give Fredo a letter, please.
All right.
Oh, good.
Yo, that-
I feel like all those look good.
McKay, is this it right here? Cause
If you make
might
this and
be
I
it.
miss it, I'm out.
McKay Z, this is how it all ends, fellas.
Goodness gracious.
Crazy.
Done.
Oi. Oh.
Well,
All right.
My dearly beloved, we are
I'm gonna
gathered
be
here
your-
today
I'm gonna be your
to
sports analyst from this
say
point
goodbye
forward.
to a friend, McKay.
It's all right.
He shot well. Apparently not well enough.
I
That's
don't
what I
know.
want to know. Oh,
'Cause
no,
I'm
you
in
have,
front
you
of
have an
him.
R too.
No,
I
he's
take
got
it
an
back.
R.
Yeah, you got an R. Okay, that's not your guys' shot.
Okay.
I'm
Let's go. I'm gonna go off
start
the
talking
back.
smack at this
Off the
point.
backboard dunk. Let's see.
He's gonna end me on that. That's crazy.
That's your
No,
R.
you still got. You
no,
still
I
got,
have an S.
No,
You
you
got
got
an
an
S?
R. You got two more letters.
Count. Oh, it bounced off the rim.
You want another go?
Give that a rebuttal.
Round
Did you
two.
have it bounce before you did it?
Yeah,
no, right?
just off the backboard.
And then you caught it and dunked it?
Yeah.
All right, off this Walmart backboard. Oi!
You got it. You got it.
All right.
All right, left hand glass.
Uh-oh.
Wow, he's
Oh.
surviving.
I was just waiting for McKay to get out.
I'm a lot better than
These
this.
youngins, man, they don't
I'm a
go
lot
out
better than
quietly.
this.
Yeah, they do.
That might be game.
That's S.
That's S?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Let
don't
me
know.
get this one
I
again.
feel like I had an
Fredo's
S.
cheating, man.
We'll have to go back.
Did I get extra letters somehow?
That's game, fellas. Oh.
I'm not giving you a good game.
Oh, thanks.
Dang it.
There it is.
Good game, good game. That's it. That's crazy.
All right.
So to wrap up the teaching,
To wrap up our
Yeah.
teaching here.
don't play me and horse.
Wow.
No play. This is probably the best I've
this
shot
hoop
ever.
is 7 feet tall right now.
This is the
It's not
true,
regulation.
True. And I prayed. I said, Lord, help my shot today. Help my jumper.
I think the last thing I kind of want to leave us on, we've talked about all these different types of relationships. How have you guys, what are differences, what are ways you've experienced differences in a relationship with Christ versus a relationship with other gods, other religions, other belief practices that people have nowadays?
Yeah.
I feel like it's easy for us to talk about it as friends, but how we articulate that to other people, the differences,
Yeah.
I think is really important too.
Yeah. I think I'll start out just in terms of knowledge. I'm not gonna pretend like I know a lot. So I was even thinking through doing more research on other religions. But then kind of had the idea of in my life, what I've experienced the most, or even in conversations with people, is gods will often be like idols. So whether that's lust, not even in a sexual way, of power or of comfort, or power or of self, those are the gods that I've experienced the most and even chased after myself. But what I'd say is the most different with Jesus, or in even how I've experienced it, is the true satisfaction that's come from a relationship with Jesus versus worshiping myself, worshiping relationships, worshiping pleasure. That's been the biggest thing.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. I feel like for me, the person of Jesus continues to be someone who's so much more close than other gods. I mean, in Buddhism, you don't have they're essentially atheistic. There's no real God.
Yeah.
With Islam, you have Allah, who's still very distant. He's sovereign, he's merciful, but he's not relationally loving, nor is he incarnated in the person of Christ, right? And so Jesus kind of stands alone as God in human form, who gets very, very close to us. Like he gets close, even goes so far as to say, listen, I've called you not just servants, but friends, like you're my friends now, you know? And so I think in his friendship, there's a unique proximity and like closeness that people can experience, that any one of us can experience.
Yeah.
And then honestly, I also feel like there's an attention from him. Like throughout centuries, people have done a lot of crazy things in worship to try to get the God's attention. And Jesus tells us he's fully devoted to us.
Right.
Like his attention is always on us. And so he's with us always, he tells us. And so there's a sense in which I want to be devoted to him because he's really devoted to me. Like he is a friend who's not distracted like we are when we're talking and like our eyes wander, like who's behind you, you know?
Yeah.
But he's focused on us. He's attentive to us. He can empathize with our human experience, the scriptures say. And so there's a real human quality to him because he is fully human that I think helps us embrace his friendship above all other friendships, you know? And then, I mean, ultimately his sacrifice, like the man was willing to go to the fullest extent to bring us in and to secure us forever. So because he's done that, like I never have to worry about my standing with him.
Right.
You know, I'm always in good standing with him, not because of what I've done or couldn't do, but because of what he's done for me. And so that actually spurs me on to actually want to stay in his way, you know, like always be around him, like always call him up, like always show up, you know? And so, there's something about Jesus just interrupts us, but in the best way that a friend does, you know? So,
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you landed on sacrifice, because like one of the things I was thinking through as I was kind of forming this question and thinking of a response is like millennials, Gen Z, we're kind of known as becoming these religious nuns. We kind of take the truth where we see it, you know, kind of find the actions where we want it so that we can feel good about ourselves. And one of the things that left me kind of empty when I was experiencing that phase of my life, because I think I would consider myself a religious nun for a short period of my like late teens, early 20s. Is that a lot of that stuff is still rooted in actions. Like if you do so many things, you will have good energy, good karma, whatever you want to call it, like return back to you. And while I do believe being kind is an important thing in our lives, what makes a relationship with Jesus so different is that we are not being kind out of the hope of getting a response, but we are being kind because of the kindness that was showed to us. We sacrifice our lives because of the sacrifice that was laid down for us. So it's less of a give and take kind of relationship, but a friendship that changes our lives. You know what I mean? Like there's several friends that I can think of that have changed my life to be like a new person. And ultimately, the most important one is Jesus. Like that friendship will change you and you'll start to live out these things, not because you want to get some validation or stuff like that, but because you are so loved by your friend Jesus that you want to share that love with other people.
That's good. So,
man, good game.
Amen and amen.
Appreciate it. Good conversation. Thanks for rolling through.
Yeah, for sure.
SCY Online, we love you.
Thanks for
We'll
hanging
see you
out.
next time.
Sweating.
Grace and peace. Cut!
Still going in. Shots still dropping.